Some of these projects have gone up 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% within the last few weeks. All right, first of all, let's start with BNB. In fact, BNB has not done that well, but I know people are curious about it because BNB is Binance coin. It's the coin from Binance, and it's sitting at $300. And if you look at it, this is what it looks like. The peak in 2021 to where it is now, right? It's down about 56%. 56%. Actually, if you compare that to most crypto projects out there, that's actually pretty darn good. And you'll see why in a little bit. So overall, it's down 56%, even though it has come up a little bit from its bottom. It was below 200 at one point, right? But it still has 126% to go just to get back to its previous high, right? Just to break even. So that's a huge amount, right? Huge amount. And let's not forget, when the bull run starts and we break through the previous highs, where could it go? It could go much higher than that. Much higher than that, right? But what's going on with BNB, though? What makes it attractive, besides the fact that it is the official coin from the biggest exchange there is? Well, if you look at daily on-chain activity, it's been very, very high. You can see yellow is the Binance chain, and then you look at red is Ethereum. Ethereum is held down simply because it can't process that many transactions right now. And then you look at Ethereum, right? In fact, Binance chain has been processing more on-chain activity, more volume than Ethereum for a long time, right? So this is the reason why a lot of dApps are looking to integrate or move to Binance Smart Chain because of this, because there's a whole lot of activity going on right now, including Uniswap. Uniswap wants to make a big move to push their V3 into Binance Smart Chain as well. So not only that, in terms of DeFi projects, out of the 2,400 major DeFi projects, most of them sit on Ethereum, but there's a large amount also on Binance Smart Chain. So they are number 2. So there's just a lot of stuff happening within Binance right now. Also, Binance does have burns. They implemented a burn a long time ago, but they changed it. Before, they were going by quarterly. Whatever the revenue or the profit that Binance made quarterly, they would take a percentage of that and burn the BNB that they held, right? But now they have made it so that it's just smart. It just does it automatically without waiting for quarterly. So that's happening as well. And there's also a set supply for BNB. It's not inflationary. The set supply and the overall burn will bring it down half. Okay, so there's that as well. So there's a lot of exciting things happening with BNB right now. It has been stagnant, a little bit more so than some of the other projects out there, but compared to its previous high, it's also not down as much, and it's still sitting in the top 5. And Binance is the largest exchange out there, so they're not going to go anywhere. So keep your eye on Binance. All right, next up, let's talk about Solana. Solana. So many people gave up on Solana, but it started to come back. It's still one of the big ones, the big L1s out there, right? So recently, it staged a comeback. It got as low as, I think it was like $9 or $8. It got really, really low, right? But despite the fact it has staged a comeback, it is still down 90% from its previous high. 90%. That means it has to go up 970% from its current level just to get back to its previous all-time high. Just think about that for a second, right? It basically has to go up 10x from here to get back to the previous high. So definitely a lot left on the table, right? So can they come back and maybe even shatter that when we go in the next bull run? Well, there's still a lot of stuff going on besides all the FTX FUD, right? I know that, but the number of transactions still processing every single day, very high. They are very fast chain as of right now. They're processing over 3,000 transactions per second. Ethereum would love, they dream of processing 3,000 transactions per second. I think right now they're processing like 50 or 75, right? So there's still a very, very fast, scalable chain and processing a lot of transactions. It's not like the network just shut off, although they had their issues and they're still working on it. But you look at like their TVL, the DeFi ecosystem, not the biggest. So you look at this chart here on the very left side, you can see Ethereum is leading the liquidity, and then you have like Tron and Binance and all these other guys, right? Solana is towards the bottom, but it's not towards the bottom when you look at the volume, okay, the 24 and then 7-day volume versus the TVL. In fact, if you actually look at the ratio, you'll see that the volume per dollar of TVL is the highest of any chain, which means that even though there's not as many liquidity or not as many coins, right, within the DeFi ecosystem on Solana, but there's definitely a whole lot of people trading right now. And this could be because of their NFTs. They have a vast NFT ecosystem, so it could be due to that, right? Solana also, they're upgrading their NFTs. They want to make it even better. So within the next 60 days, they're going to make their NFTs. They're going to convert everything to a new standard and basically allow NFT to be more programmable. So they're definitely catering to their kind of like their core right now, which is NFTs. And also, let's not forget they're working on their dApp store. They do have a phone. I don't know how many people actually bought it. They have a store, they have a phone, but more importantly, they're working on their dApp store, and they're trying to grow that out as well. They're trying to make it, like the Apple iOS store or the Google Play Store. They want to make it for all dApps. So they're working on that as well. So a lot of stuff still happening on Solana. 10x. Looking forward to it for those of you guys that are still holding your bags. Let's talk about Cardano. Everyone loves to either hate or love Cardano, right? It has this love and hate relationship with everyone in the space. It's in the top 10, right? It's a little stagnant, but it's staging a comeback recently. It had a little push because of one major project, and I'll get to that in a little bit, right? But Cardano, just like Solana, is down 87% from its previous high. 87%. 700% climb to get back to the previous high, right? So definitely a lot on the table. Think about it. That's like 7x or 8x, right? Going back to a previous high. So whatever you have now, multiple by 7, that's how much it will be when it gets back, right? But what's going on with Cardano? Why did it have like a recent push? Well, there's still a whole lot of people that believe in it, okay? The number of addresses continue to go up. You could see 50,000 new wallet addresses. A lot of people still very excited. You also have the holders staying strong. Nearly 75% of all ADA is still staked in a pool. Very, very little of it is circulated, being traded. Most of it is being held and locked in within a pool. That's fantastic. You see right up here. It says it right here, right? So that's also good. But recently, we know that, hey, a lot of talk about DJED, which is the very first stablecoin coming to Cardano. Cardano does need a injection, a boost for its DeFi, right? And a lot of people are hoping that DJED will do that, and that should be coming out in the next few days. Okay, so that's coming. And also, let's not forget that Cardano is also coming out with another one called USDA, which should be coming soon too, because it was talked about being released in early 2023. This is by Emergo, one of the development firms that's supporting Cardano. So you're going to have multiple stable coins, and who knows? I'm pretty sure USDC will probably be integrated as well. So all the stable coins and interoperability between different chains will just bring more liquidity to Cardano and drive it higher. And let's not forget there's a lot of upgrades happening as well, in addition to what's going on here. So pretty good, pretty good. Everyone's favorite, the people's currency, XRP. XRP, despite not moving, they're still one of the big boys, sitting at number 6, commanding a 20 billion market cap. What's going on with them? Well, first of all, they're down 87%, kind of like the other ones I just mentioned, right? But the thing is, it's a little bit worse for XRP because the previous high was back in 2018, not 2021. 2021, they did have a surge, but they didn't make a new all-time high in 2021. So XRP holders been feeling more pain than any other holder out there because they've been holding the longest, right? But what can we look forward to? Well, the XRP lawsuit with the SEC. Brad Garlinghouse is confident, optimistic that they will win their battle against the SEC, against Gary Gensler. Okay? A lot of back and forth. Ripple's been winning all these little battles. Basically, SEC is pinned to the corner now. They don't know what to do because the Hinman testimonies or tapes have been released to Ripple. And those tapes declare Ethereum is not a security, a commodity. And Ripple's going to use that for their defense. And I don't think Gary knows what to do, right? And many people think that Ripple will win. So if they do win, and this is supposed to be sometime in the first half of 2023, if this happens, I could see Ripple going on a tremendous run, maybe even back to its all-time high, but maybe not right away. It will definitely lift a ceiling because the ceiling it's a very heavy ceiling implemented by the SEC right now, basically, right? So there's that. But also, just a ton of XRP whales still accumulating, right? XRP Ledger is growing. You have Flare Network that just, came out, even though they were primarily a XRP Ledger play, but now they have gone and created their own L1, but they're still very integrated with the XRP community, right? They airdropped a whole bunch of Flare tokens to people. So they're still expanding use for the XRP Ledger. So anyways, I think the big thing is that SEC lawsuit. Is it going to be resolved soon? And if so, that could open the dam and XRP could rip. That's why I call it people's currency, because everyone loves XRP. All right, lastly, let's talk about everyone's favorite meme coin, Dogecoin, right? Still sitting pretty high up in the top 10, right? Kind of stagnant recently. We had a little bit, we had a little bit, a few little pumps here or there, right? And to put things in perspective, they're down 88%. 88%. So do you see a theme here? From Solana to Cardano to XRP to Doge, still all down close to 90% from its previous high. But why is that a good thing? Because we know we're not in a bull market. Okay, we're still recovery. But once we go to a bull market, we will get back to a previous high. And we will not only do that, but break through it. So imagine whatever you're holding on right now, possibly multiplying by 8x, 10x, or more, right? So for those of you guys that's been DCAing, been accumulating while things have been low and cheap, just imagine when we enter the next bull run, how exciting that's going to be, right? So the best way to look at these charts is not to look at it glass half empty, but half full. What is coming up, right? And as for Doge, really, there's two things. No, really, there's one thing. And that's Elon. And that's Tesla, right? So Tesla recently came out the quarterly, still says they own Bitcoin. They still hold it, but they don't hold Doge. But here's the thing, though. You can pay for things within the Tesla store using Doge. So there's some usage there. And as far as I know, I think the Dallas Mavericks still accepts Doge as well. I don't hear Mark Cuban talk a lot about Doge recently, but he was a big fan. But, you know, Elon, we know, is still a big fan, right? And it's just a matter of time. Things with Twitter are starting to settle down. I don't hear nearly as much FUD about Twitter anymore. And Elon himself is still active on it. He's talking with Davis Marcus all the time, right? And you know that they're talking behind the scenes about something. You know it's just going to happen, right? And if it does, we get some kind of crypto wallet integration, or we get Doge to be used for tipping or transactions maybe, right? Monetization that's being worked on, maybe that's going to be paid in Doge. Whatever the case may be, if there's some kind of integration, it will send Doge to the moon like all previous times before, right? So there's that. There's that. And I didn't bring this article, but they did recently create a small amount, and they created a treasury. So they're going to use that to kind of fund future developments, though I haven't heard much about that. But there is also that as well. All right, so those are the ones I want to cover today. A lot of you guys know about these coins. Some of you guys may not. There's a lot of stuff still happening, right? Some of these have pumped up a little bit. Some of these have not. But my point is this. Even though they have moved, there's still tremendous, tremendous upside left on the table, and you don't want to be missing that.